Hi! So I'm gonna show you how I do my brows. I already got some product on it, but that's okay. I can show you what I do. You're gonna need an angled brush, like so. I use the Morphe, this one. I feel like a YouTuber doing this. Okay. And then you'll need some pomade, brow pomade. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills in medium brown. I don't know if you can see that. So the first step that I do, so you're gonna use concealer. I put a little bit on my hand like that, and then I take a brush, any brush that's like small enough to like line the edges of your brows, and then I get a little bit of the concealer and I will go under my eyebrow to clean it. You can do this before you put any brow product to just clean it up a bit. And then, so I go very lightly just to clean it up a bit. And then I blend it out so there's no harsh lines. So you see the difference already? And then I just add a little bit more concealer, just very little. And then I go on the end, on the top end, and then clean that up a little bit. And then I do that for the arc. I don't really go towards the middle or towards here because I don't like it like too clean. I like it natural. So what I do is I just clean it right there. And then I just like to wipe it so it's like you can't tell there's concealer there. So next I take the brow pomade and then I just dip it only a little. You only need a little bit of product, and then I like to wipe it off on the cap. And I also like to put my cap on top of my pomade so it doesn't dry out. And then I just wipe. As you can see, like there's barely any product on the brush. And then I like, as I'm wiping, I like to make it, my brush, like more flat, so it's like a really thin line. And then I do that. And then what I do is I like to get the brush and place it flat, and you can go up and draw. Like, notice how it's flat because it also goes in the middle as I do that. Don't worry about it going outside of the line of your brows because you can also clean it up with concealer. But I also just like to like fill it in. Make sure you go in the middle, like in between the hairs, so that when the light shines on your face, it doesn't look like you just have the top and the bottom lined out. So you can go back for more, and then I do the same on the top. I press it, just move downwards, and then you blend it out like that. I like to go back and forth to go in between my hairs. And then I also have like a bald spot right there, so I like to make sure that's filled, but it's okay if it's not because you can always go in with some brow powder. So yeah, so here's like the before and after. And when I get in the middle, I don't like to apply a lot of product because I like the faded out effect. And what I'll do is like I'll draw some like natural hairs or lines to make it look like natural hairs. You see how it just just looks more natural. And then you can also just clean with your fingers. So you see this right here, it's like a little out of place. I like to get my concealer and just clean that up a bit. And then see, it goes away. It's like an eraser. See, there's the difference. Now, to finish off the brow, I use a brow powder, and I like to, on the outer end of my brow, I use the darker powder, and then you just fill in whatever else needs to be filled in, or like, it's just to like give it more of a fluffier look, a softer look, you know what I mean. And then as I go towards the middle, as I go towards the middle, I use the lighter color and just fill it in, just very lightly. I'm not even like pressing hard, just very lightly. And there's one brow. Okay, so I did concealer before on here. I'll show you how I do concealer afterwards on this brow. So wipe a little bit of product and then go up. For this part, you can press down harder if you want. I only press down harder towards the ends, and then I'll just go like that. And my brush is still angled like upwards like this, so it can fill in like the middle part too. And then when you go on the top, when you fill in the top, your brush angles downward, and it's like flat on your brow, like that. And then in the middle, just brush up. And then before I put concealer, I go with the brow powder. And just fill in any spots you see that are like not filled in. So you see how it's like a little messy on the outside? Just get that concealer and clean it up. You see how I'm not putting a lot of product either? You only need a little, because a little goes a long way. Oh, see that? Just wipe it off. Yeah. And if you want, if you did get it on in the front part, just use whatever's left on your brush and just wipe it off. It's no big deal. So yeah, and sometimes I like to go more extra and use a brow pencil and just flick some lines there, because I know like one eyebrow is longer than the other, and then I just make some hairs, and then I use a spoolie and just blend everything out. My brows are so weird. There's always like bald spots right here and like on the end. So I just use this brow pencil to just clean up or like fix anything that I've missed. And then like right here I get like a weird spot too. But and then you can just use your concealer to conceal everything or erase whatever. And that's how I do my brows. Oh wait, just kidding, not yet. Then, sorry, there's a lot of steps. Then I use a brow gel to set my hairs in place, cause yeah, just set everything in place. And then you're done with your brows. Thanks for watching.